By the Fire, episode number 45. On today's show, we're going to talk about some topics such as level 3 going live in VulcanVerse and everything that comes along with that. Lots of exciting things there. And also, we're going to talk about a project called Metascapes that is brand new to the ecosystem. That actually, I don't even know if it's going to be part of the ecosystem. We're going to jump into that and find out in a little bit. But it was revealed at Vulcan, and Jamie just dropped a bomb and let us know about it brand new. So we're going to get into that.
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff to unpack with Metascapes that I personally am very excited about, and we're going to go over basically everything we know about the details of that project up to this point. There's a lot we don't know yet, but everything we do know we will be covering here in this video. We're also going to look at the new lava burn visualizer that was developed by Vulcan Forged community member Itsmass and his team at Lab 49. That is a stellar.
Congratulations on becoming a philosopher too.
Yeah. Big congrats to Itsmass. He was voted into the Philosopher Council this week along with Danger Mouse, two very well-deserving winners there. And yeah, we're going to look at the lava burn visualizer. It's just a really nice application that they've put together there that is, I'm sure, going to be used widely across the ecosystem for a long time to come. We're also going to look at the latest VulcanVerse roadmap that was released a little bit ago. We have By the Fire member Walter Chambers takes us through the recently released Medium article there, covering all of the great things coming in the near future to VulcanVerse. And not that long, the game is going to look a lot different with a lot more things to do. So definitely a good bit to be excited about there.
We're also going to be looking at Elysium too, the new blockchain that's to be coming out soon. And everything that's going on there, some new updates with that, some NFT release date or the NFT migration release date, and we're gonna kind of catch you up on all the latest, how many projects and things like that are in it.
Yep. And last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at Berserk Season 2. So it was just announced today that the preseason was extended another week, so we have till July 9th to climb the preseason leaderboards. You have to get a minimum of 10 games in, so make sure to get some Berserk in, but there's great prize up for grabs. Season 1 of Berserk was one of the most fun stretches of time I've had gaming in my life. It was a 3-week season. It was an absolute blast, so to say I'm excited for Season 2 is an understatement. Going to be grinding heavily. Going to be some stiff competition across all the leagues, but we're going to take a look at all the details regarding Berserk Season 2 as well, and the preseason. So it's going to be a very good show today. Thank you for joining us here for episode 45. And without further ado, Armega,
let's get into it.
Jump into the show.
Level 3, baby. Level 3. What is it? Well, it's something that just came to your local Vulcan Forged environment inside your profile that you will find after you log into MyForge. You need to upgrade your avatar level to level 3, and the XP requirements are going to be 30,000 XP for level 3. Level 2 upgrade was 10,000, and level 3 has gone to 30,000. So once you first process that amount of XP, the first 10,000 XP, you will then be presented with upgrade to level 3, and then it'll ask you for an additional 30,000 XP. And then once you upgrade that, then you can jump into level 3 benefits. Level 3 benefits include things like your avatar, for example. Your avatar can be upgraded to level 3, which in turn allows you to have plots that can reach level 3 as well, for your staking rewards, for your ability to raise your land, lower your land more than you can at level 2 when you're terramorphing. And also you get to have Vulcanites that are up to level 3. So lots of different benefits that come along with upgrading your land, but I think everybody is really excited about these staking rewards. You know, when level 3 comes around, everybody jumps on board really quick as fast as possible to start the sowing process. And the sowing process, without any buffs or anything like that, is going to take you 20 days. After that 20 days, your plots will be sown, or your plot that you have sown will be sown. And then you have to go into the staking process, which with level 3, you have to put in 90 PYR. It used to be 100 PYR, but they changed it to 90 PYR, and 10% is lava. So I think it came to like 724, 746 or something like that, lava, and 90 PYR just to sow a single plot. And then once that plot takes the standard 20 days to sow, then it turns around and allows you to stake the PYR, which you would stake another 90, I believe it's another 90 PYR, and the equivalent of 10% lava, 746 or whatever it might be at that time. And then you start getting staking rewards at level 3, which I don't even know the math to it, because it seems to be such a fluctuating thing depending on who ends up getting in the staking rewards, who ends up staying at level 2. Things are going to change because level 2 gets less rewards than level 3 does. Depending on how many people get into level 3, your portion might be smaller or larger. So all that's going to be very exciting. Level 3 did go live on Tuesday, June 28th at 9 a.m. GMT. And they announced it over, I think it was announced over Twitter, but they started it up. Everything went smooth as silk. Everything that was tested previously, and
that's sweet.
Just a
Look
great
at
experience.
that.
I don't know of any big
baby.
issues that really happened when level 3
Got
came
me
out.
another plot sown.
So congrats to the team for completing a successful rollout. Everything went great, and keep up the good work. We really appreciate all your hard work. So now let's get over to me playing some VulcanVerse with using those new level 3 Vulks. It's time to play VulcanVerse. Cue elevator music. There we go. All right. Sweet mod robes. All right, let's get my camera position here because that's not going to fly. It's maybe a little smaller. Up right here between these toolbars. There we go. Oh, it's comfy in here. Woo! All right. Let's see. There's trusty old Tommy. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, shade. Hello, buddy. How you been? How you been? Looking kind of ugly. Not gonna lie. You went to the wrong party. Ooh. Look like your brother Trot Draw. No legs. Oh, that's great. Let's see what else we got here. We got the sitar. Dang, you're short, buddy. You're a little dude. You look pretty cool though. I wonder who's taller, you or Tommy? Let's see. Let's do a test. Tommy. Oh, Tommy's shorter. Ooh. Tony Boney. Come on, Tony Boney. Let's run around. Wait, actually, I need to go this way. This way, Tony. Where are you going? Come on. Look alive. Tony. Look, Ma, no hands. Ah. Okay. So, Tony is slow as hell. Boney Tony, come on. Hello. So that is the new Vulcanites, some of the new Vulcanites. It's cool to see them on these badass stats. Oh, look at them all maxed out. Nice. Look at them. Lost Shade. Max. Except for espionage. Who the hell wants espionage? Who doesn't have a maxed out Vulc these days? All right. Until next time. See you later.
Okay, so the next topic we're going to be covering here is Metascapes. And this was, of course, a no-brainer to include and cover in this video, as this is probably the biggest project announcement that has ever come from Vulcan Forged since the inception of the company. And Jamie even said it himself during Vulcan 2 when he initially released the news about Metascapes, that this is the biggest product we've ever released as Vulcan Forged. And I genuinely think if Metascapes pans out to be what it is intended to be, this project could seriously make PYR one of, if not the most undervalued token in all of crypto, really. And that may sound like a crazy take to someone who's foreign to this project, or is looking in from the outside. But I'm going to make a case for that in a little bit. Why this could seriously make PYR one of the most undervalued tokens in all of crypto, one of the best buys. The potential for Metascapes is just absolutely massive. So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch the clip of Jamie initially announcing Metascapes at Vulcan, because it's accompanied with a nice video that gives an overview of what Metascapes is going to be. And then we're going to hear Jamie give some additional details about it. And then we're going to get into the details, everything we know about Metascapes up to this point, my personal thoughts about it, the potential of what this could be. And, it's really amazing and exciting stuff to think about. So let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Shout out for the and Toby and Glitch and everyone who's worked on Vulcan the last few years. Okay, big one. So this is a product. So the idea of this product is, and this has been working on again for a few months, is it always got me how the play to earn. I've never really been a fan of the play to earn. And when we launched VulcanVerse originally in the alpha, people loved building and they didn't give a monkeys about earning and money and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of took a bit of the fun away from it. And when you look at Minecraft, where people can actually enjoy just making things and showing off, we've got this incredible building engine. And yes, VulcanVerse is very lore, it's Greco-Roman lore backed and themed and stuff. And we are going to take this to the whole new level of World of Warcraft. Slowly but surely we are. You can see it happening. But we thought it's a bit of a waste. We've got this limited land. We've got this Vulcan, this themed. We're kind of not trapped, but it's one big game. So I would love to introduce you to probably the biggest product I think we've ever released, and is using technology we've already used. I think we've got a video actually which explains it better than I could.
Vulcan has created the world he promised. He sees it growing with mortals who create, fight, trade. It's beautiful and continues to develop week by week. And yet, there is still something missing. The engine he made for you to create building upon building, to decorate and immerse yourself, is coupled with earning humanoid money. This is fine, but he wants more. He has chosen to take his building engine beyond his world, to the entire world, to everyone, to build anything, not for money, but for pleasure. He introduces to you Metascapes. Metascapes is a platform designed for anyone. Any mortal can create a plot of land for free with its whole data stored on blockchain. They can make conjoining plots, buy, sell, trade them for other plots. The land is forged offline, and the entire data is stored in a new NFT protocol, the ELS M1. These NFTs can store and load the entire plot data into the Metascape engine. Mortals can choose the landscape, the theme, the type of land they wish, and upgrade their land with assets with mortal dollars. All payments are converted to PYR backend. Every time a plot is saved and uploaded to the blockchain Elysium, lava is burned. But there's more. You can own your own Metascape. You can create a world of as many plots as you like, setting your own parameters of what your inhabitants can buy, use, do, selling the land NFTs to whoever you like for them to explore. And explore you shall, as your avatar can traverse across all Metascapes in existence. And the final twist? Metascapes is VR compatible. You can sculpt and explore your worlds in a full virtual reality environment. Vulcan is creating the most mass-adoptable, up-to-date metaverse maker in existence. Powered by PYR, paid in fiat, universally shared. Forge your world.
So, a lot of the stuff in that video are already done. You know, we know what the parameters are used when you build something and you save it, in VulcanVerse, for example. So, what we've done is you would make it offline, and you can save on your computer or whatever, and when you're ready, you would save it onto the blockchain. So what we're in effect doing is, because we find ourselves making a lot of these other metaverses, you know, we're helping a lot of these metaverses to partnering with us, we're building stuff for them. And so I thought, well, why not we just give the power to anyone in the world to make their own metaverse? And that's where this sort of idea sort of came from. So if you think of Minecraft, where you know you can just build and show off your stuff, but now you can get a plot. You know, you can choose which theme you want, whether it's a bit more cartoonish or fantasy-like. Build it, form it, whatever, and then you can buy sort of assets with it with PYR. By the way, we have to sort of announce there the fiat to PYR is through a partnership with Binance and crikey, I forget the name, Bifinity with Binance. So everything will be paid in dollars for this, and it will be converted to PYR on the back end through the Binance market. So it will be bought through the Binance trading pairs, the USDT to PYR. So yeah, it's a kind of like getting a Minecraft, getting a plot, building something, adding assets to it with PYR, and then you can explore it in VR, which we have already done. I think I shared some videos of the philosophers already. And then you can sell it on, you can buy someone else's plot, put it together, you can make your own sort of metaverse, or you can choose to own your own kind of VulcanVerse equivalent. You choose the parameters. What can people buy? What's their leveling parameters? And of course, if you make the Metascape, you make sort of money on that. So it's an ambitious project, and it looks ambitious, but again, a lot of the tech has been done. Now, the first alpha of that will be out in Q1 with a lot more kind of cartoony sort of version of it. But okay, onwards we go.
All right, so there you have it. I mean, it's absolutely huge. We are looking at a templated, plug-and-play, completely personally customized metaverse builder, very similar to if you want to go make a website, you can go to Squarespace, and use a website template, plug in, customize it to your liking, plug in whatever data information you want to, create a website of your very own, unique to you, your style, etc. If you want to make an online store where you're selling merchandise, Vulcan Forged merchandise, the online store we have set up is a Shopify store. You can go get a theme, customize a theme to your liking, sell your whatever merchandise products you want on Shopify. This is a business model that is proven, tested, true, exists in the world already, but Vulcan Forge is bringing it to the realm of metaverses, which is absolutely insane and just it's crazy to think about. So Vulcan Forge, they're already building out metaverses for various partner projects, like Goons of Balatron, The Hustle, Sin City. So like Goons, for example, is a project that us at By the Fire we're absolutely pumped about. That's going to be a huge one. It's a CCG, which I'm a huge fan of. I've been playing my whole life, but now they're going to have a metaverse as well, courtesy of the assistance from Vulcan Forged. They're going to be able to set that up. But what they're putting into place here is a metaverse builder for any individual, any average Joe to come in. Shout out to Just Your Average Joe, by the way, fellow Goons of Balatron holder and lover as well. But literally anyone to create their own metaverse with their own style, however they'd like to. I mean, just thinking about the potential of this is insane. Um, and what was mentioned in that video there is your avatar will be usable across all the different Metascapes metaverses that come into existence. It's just massive. So that's one of the reasons and why I think haven't even mentioned yet that the Metascapes plots, these virtual worlds that you can create yourself, are going to be purchasable through fiat that is then converted on the back end to PYR through a partnership with Binance, one of the biggest exchanges, just companies in general, in the entire crypto space. So that's a massive partnership. That's massive news. And so this is the big thing of why, um, you know, this literally could put the stamp on PYR being one of the most undervalued projects in all of crypto. Like the potential of this thing, if it gets to the point where it could get to, there's so many just creative people in the world, so many people who write their own stories, make their own games, etc. Now you can create your own full-fledged virtual world, interact with other people in it, create your own assets that you can sell to your users, customize the terrain, the graphics, the look of it, whether you want it to be cartoony or fantasy themed. Jimmy mentioned there, it's completely up to you, customizable to you, the creator. It's just massive to think about. So let's get into some of the details here. But I just can't stress enough. If you really think about, the potential, it's really just mind blowing. And I think this has been kind of slept on to a degree. Just the massive potential of what this could be. So, huge respect to Jamie and the Vulcan Forge team for bringing this to the table and bringing this to light for PYR holders and investors in the ecosystem. This is a huge deal and cannot wait to see how this develops. So, some details to cover here. The land is forged offline, and all of the data is stored in a new NFT protocol called the ELSM1. And what do we know about the ELSM1 so far? The general gist of it is that you can build out these plots, you can build out your metaverse offline, and it then gets uploaded to the Elysium blockchain, I guess, whenever you're finished or when you go to publish it. And what else is this doing for the ecosystem? When you do go to publish it, it burns lava in the process. So not only is Metascapes going to be bringing massive buy pressure of the PYR token to the surface here, but there's also going to be lava burn implemented every time someone goes to push something new live, an ELSM1 contract live or NFT live to the Elysium blockchain. Some lava is getting burnt, so tons of utility coming with this, tons of fun creative stuff coming with this. Like it's just absolutely massive. In addition to all this, these metaverses that users are creating are going to be VR compatible. So not only can you experience the world that you and your friends build on your computer, but you can also fully immerse yourself using a VR headset. This is just such a genius move because, as Jamie mentioned during his presentation, Vulcan Forge has this incredible metaverse engine that has so much use case and utility. And as great of a project as VulcanVerse is, they're kind of tied to that Greco-Roman theme and the 10,000, slightly under 10,000 land plots that exist. We do have Troy coming soon, and there's been rumors of an Atlantis metaverse potentially down the road and other expansion metaverses, but you're still kind of tied to that theme. This is literally the perfect way to bring this this metaverse engine and this incredible technology to the ecosystem at scale and to the world, really. Anyone who has a desire to create a virtual world but doesn't have the coding skill set or ability or the team to put that together, they can do it through Metascapes. It's just so freaking cool, and something I cannot understate how excited I am to see how this develops in the coming months and years. Now, while there are plenty of things for us to look forward to for the future of Vulcan Forged, there are also some pretty incredible things being built right now. And one of those things is the lava burn visualizer that was developed by Vulcan Forged community member Itsmass and his team at Lab 49. And I'm thrilled to welcome Itsmass to this episode of By the Fire as he takes us through some details about his lava burn visualizer and how that works.
Hi guys, yes, thank you very much for that lovely introduction. I'm here to talk about the Lava Burn Visualizer, which you can visit now at lava.lab49.com. I'm going to explain how myself and the lovely team at Lab 49 came up with the idea, how we designed it, and how we implemented it. You're going to find out all the features that are currently present and the new ones that are coming when we move to Elysium. It's going to be the best blockchain viewer out there. So the thinking behind the visualizer from a Lab 49 point of view was, how can we really give a lot of value to you guys? How can we make these transactions have meaning, have a story behind that? Who's burning all these transactions? We can see other viewers there, like the Bill Fuddle one. You can see the Bitcoin transactions coming down, and you can see the transactions, and it's very useful, but you don't get a lot of value additionally from that. And again, with the VeChain one, we can see some of the transactions pop up, but again, there's not a huge amount of value after seeing a few flashes on the screen. We really were looking into how can we give the community something they can keep on their screen and something, just a real insight on what's going on Elysium. So we sat down and James, our wonderful UX designer, started looking at different ways to represent lava with multiple information behind it. So each blob actually meant more than just a transaction size. We started thinking about a space thing, maybe a galaxy, maybe it floating across, changing sizes as it got older and having connections. And this is when we started to come up with the multiple wallets and specific wallets, and drilling down on a specific wallet, where it's coming from and who's burning a lot of lava. So who is really burning on the network. So the key thing we're trying to represent was this volcano push, this lava, this eruption, and obviously times like the upgrade or the sowing, where multiple users just sowing multiple lands. We really want to give this eruption and showing lava in different sizes. So obviously to upgrade the avatars 100, whereas sowing recently has been 765, and want to show different bubbles, but not just that, want to let these bubbles get smaller as they go away from the volcanoes, so they don't lose focus for the user seeing the new eruptions coming. So again, with our visualization, and Peter, our incredible developer, was making these lava blobs slowly get smaller as they fade away. So we need to get rid of the lava because of the screen, otherwise it's just stuck on the screen. So this was a great way, and then obviously pushing it towards the wallets is a good way for the user to see which wallets are burning. We made it really customizable as well, so some people wanted to see it reverse, so you could see which wallets start from burning the lava or which way the lava burns to. You can slow down the eruptions. We really made it as customizable as we could. What we also did was, when you click on the lava, you can select it and it pops up more stats about it, and if you're really wanting to see further details, you can click on it and it will take you to Elysium, or currently it will take you to Polyscan. So not only are we going to show lava moving in this visualization, we wanted to give stats on the actual network, on the Elysium network of lava burning. So there's going to be loads of stats on there, and we took some inspiration from Formula 1 of lighting up the screen when there are day highs or all-time highs of lava generation, or lava burning, or big wallet burning, and there's just so many stats. One thing we all know that setting Elysium above and beyond all the other blockchains is its carbon neutral view and how it's building trees for all the lava burning. So we're showing all those stats, and you'll see all those trees visually show up and get hopefully larger as more and more transactions go across the Elysium network. I hope you enjoyed that explanation and how we came up and the evolution of this visualizer, and enjoy watching all the burn going across on lava.lab49.com.
All right, well, the roadmap reveal and game design document is pretty extensive, so we won't waste much time before we get going here, but before we do, I just want to go over that it does mention at the very beginning of this article that the article is living and breathing and is subject to change at any time. It's more of a to give us an idea of where things are going rather than to be set promises. But without wasting any more time, we'll get right into it and go over things. So as you can see at the beginning here, it comments that the development teams, there's now 3 of them that have been working to get VulcanVerse up to speed on progress and get all the bugs dealt with. We know that's always a major concept and something that's always underway. Anybody who's played VulcanVerse knows that bugs kind of come and go as patches kind of implement and kind of come through. So it's not a super major update to us. Bugs are always being worked on. So the major update to the quest system is going to be coming. Quests are going to be changed to make better sense and balance the player's rewards. So here you can see that we're going to have Radamanthus, I think is the pronunciation. We had a laugh about that in production beforehand. We're going to have the Sphinx, Nysa, King Lycaon. There's going to be more set rewards. It's going to make more sense. Currently, the quest system kind of works on a weekly basis, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of foraging around and doing stuff as they kind of pop up, but it's going to make more sense. There's going to be more dedicated quest givers and locations to pick them up, and hopefully we'll have the exclamation points not actually freeze us in our position when we touch them. So there's going to be randomized system to the quests as well from 2 random quest givers as displayed below. So 2 quests in total per day. So that's going to be interesting too, that each day you'll get a couple randomized quests. I remember them saying at Vulcan that they were talking that, I think it was the Dark Lord who made comments that it would be weeks if not months before we saw repeats of the same quests again, which would be really cool if that's how it kind of ends up playing out. So there's different options for the daily quests as well, whether they'll be foraging, fighting, or delivery, landmarks, typical WoW stuff. Go pick up 3 Murloc tails and bring them to XYZ. So there's a lot of deal X damage in Vulcanites fights, forge X at X unique plots, so on and so forth. So we've seen a couple of these quests already in the quest pool. There's just going to be more randomized amounts of them, different items to collect, I imagine, and so on and so forth. So expandability, right now quests are limited due to a shortage of in-game features. Once again, I'm sure that's not news to us. But as new functionality comes into the game, obviously there'll be new quests able to be given out. Once fishing comes around, I'm sure we'll end up seeing fishing dailies and so on. So a major update is the lava bank is finally coming. I know people have been waiting for that ever since we bought our lava ledgers, however long ago it was at this point. I don't quite recall. But players are going to be able to choose to lock some of their cold lava for a period of time, and if they do, they'll get rewards at the end of each week. So another lockup plan, another staking plan is always nice. Everybody enjoys percentage on returns and stuff like that, so The flexible plan will be for 5%. The 1 month plan will, 1 month lock plan, better yet, will yield 8%, and then the 3 month lock is going to be 14. Players get a weekly payout at the end of each week after 7 days from deposit, depending on the lava they've locked in the bank. Obviously, you'll be able to auto compound, so basically restake automatically anything that you've earned to just continue compounding your interest, same as a typical bank, which is nice. Not much more to be said on that. Players can initiate the deal by talking to the goblin NPCs, which will be inside the banks in Vulcan City once they finally do appear. So major update to the forging system is going to involve keys. So the key thing was something that was actually talked about quite some time ago, and during the initial discussion, I remember way back when there was talks of being able to forge up treasures that you would then bring to Vulcan City to unlock to get materials or lava or PYR or what have you. At the time, I think there was talks of PYR being inside. I just don't think that's really on the docket anymore with the rework of things. So there's going to be different key values: copper, silver, and gold. You're going to be able to use the keys. You're going to be able to use the keys at the treasury/bank by using some of your cold lava to unlock whatever happens to be inside. There's going to be different loot tables, one for cold lava and one for in-game items, depending on the key used. Obviously, we'll find out more about all those things and what's going to be provided inside of those chests, because right now we'll see that loot tables have each of their own key that needs to be opened to chest. This is a gold key example. Copper and silver keys are similar, but the drop rates differ. So when you open the treasure, you'll be awarded 120 XP and fishing bait, or random potion, scrolls, unique NFT fragments. So you can see that they kind of have some plans worked out, but until this all comes to fruition, these, the unique NFT fragments are, once again, one of the older thoughts was that you're going to be able to, let's use a wolf shadow, for example, find shards of a wolf shadow. You find 10 wolf shadow shards, and you'd be able to craft that into an actual NFT. You'll also be able to find between 0 and 1100 lava, which is always nice. Everybody likes some lava, which you could then take and restake into the lava bank. So foraging update, random daily quests. Yeah, as mentioned above, there'll be more foraging daily quests inside of the quest pool. Key finding, players need to forge 1 copper key and then open chests. So there'll be quests related to the chests, obviously, as well. I'm not sure whether they'll be daily. Okay, yeah, these quests will be added to the random daily pool. So you'll be able to get dailies for opening chests as well, which is very nice. So the achievements is a big one that I'm excited about. Achievements are a system like quests that are going to be expanded with new features. The titles is what really got me, because that was something in WoW I remember grinding forever for. So if the player's name is Waru, if this player owns the title Fisher and Exalted, he can be able to choose to display his name as, I'm not reading that name anymore, either Walter or Fisher Walter or Exalted Walter. Titles are prefixes or suffixes to the player's name, and they'll have a different color. So everybody likes to stand out. Like, it's the same flex as having NFT robes or anything like that. So I remember grinding in hours and hours in WoW to farm up very exclusive or unique titles. So that's going to be a very fun point as well. As I'm sure a lot of us are aware, a lot of the initial achievements we kind of got were for being OGs and stuff like that. So it's going to be nice to see achievements for everybody based on actual in-game activities. So we'll see there's going to be one for excessive amounts of foraging, dueling, so title Brawler, title Conqueror. There's going to be a whole bunch for questing and various things, as the king commands, doing 3 of set quests, doing 3 of the queen's quests, shinies, opening chests, ancient sculptures. There's a ton of them. Obviously, if you want to look at the entire list, you can come to this median and check them all out. I do remember just grinding so much for titles, so I'm very excited for that. One of the major updates that everybody has been waiting for quite some time has been announced as well: fishing. So we always knew there was going to be 4 spots available in each quadrant. It was always said that they were going to be the ports. There's also going to be unique fish for both Hades, Arcadia, Boreas, and Notus, being the smolder fish, rainbow fish, silver fish, and sunfire fish, respectively. This is something that everybody's been waiting for a long time, and a lot of people have been hoarding rods, which to their delight, fishing has a 2-hour cooldown per rod and expends 1 fish bait. So as we saw above in the loot pools for the chests, there's actually fish bait in there, so it's all going to kind of tie full circle together, which is also great. It takes 4 to 20 seconds to perform the fishing action. After a fish is hooked, a bar pops up, like amplifying the player's rewards depending on a success of a minigame. Very pumped for this because I've played many mini games for fishing throughout many games, so I'm very excited to see what they come up with. There's also going to be variants of fish as per normal in any sort of fishing minigame like that. Small fish, normal, big, and rumored legendary. So fishing also has a no-fail chance even when the multiplier is 0. So if you have a rod and you cast it, you're always going to succeed, at least, even if you don't have a multiplier. Which is nice considering the rods have a 2-hour cooldown, so if you kind of fail and get nothing, it's a little stinging. So there's a whole gutting aspect to it as well, where when you gut the fish, each fish is going to have chances in a loot table of what they're going to drop. Obviously, this will tie back to other things within other parts of the game as well. I don't really know what fish oil or fish guts is going to do, but I also don't really know what diamonds or jade are going to do either. It's just, you obviously just want some things, and you'll get lava for them as well, which is also nice. Scrolls. Yeah, see, so a lot of this stuff is future aspect, so we don't really know what these rewards are going to provide us outside of the obviousness of lava or XP. So there's going to be a fishing introductory quest, random fishing daily quests. We won't spend too much time on this because there's still a whole bunch of this to get through, but there's going to be a whole bunch of fishing related titles, quests, dailies, and so on, like all these quests related, or all these achievements related to fishing, so you'll be able to have I want the fish hater title. That's for the elite. You know it is. So there's a major update coming to the summoning system. I guess this is going to explain what some of those scrolls are above. 12 unique scrolls 12 unique scrolls when the appropriate 3 scrolls are combined. Okay, so this is for the Vulcanite summoning item that corresponds to an NFC Vulcanite that is permanent on the player's MyForge. So this is going to be how I believe you summon advanced Vulcanites beyond your current level. The system will release slowly as we must closely monitor the NFT Vulcanite demand. Fragment items needed for each Vulcanite are unique and acquired only from chests. Location summoning as well as after gathering the appropriate scrolls, players are going to have to go to a specific spot. There's obviously going to be one in each location. Depending on the area of origin, all Vulcanites can only be summoned in that quadrant. Okay, so no, it's forging an actual NFT. Okay, that's interesting then. Very exciting. So alpha fragments, there's going to be a whole bunch of fragment types. Beta, delta, epsilon, hex. So we won't get into all that. If you really want to get into the gritty details of it, you can come here and check it all out. Hey, I recognize this. I recognize this little plaque of pictures. I believe our Mega made this once upon a time. It's got a ton of fragments, he who drinks, obviously a ton of stuff to go through here. Just not enough time to read through every single feature of this. Major update to the alchemy system. Well, obviously, there isn't one, so. There is a central alchemy station in Vulcan City. Players are going to be able to make potions and ingredients that lead to potions. So there's going to be, as per every other update, there's going to be a whole bunch of quests related to it, achievements. You're going to be able to make ingredients, deal with consumable crafting, a potion that takes 5 seconds and awards the player with 1 XP per consumable crafted. Examples, Potion of Hermes that would increase movement speed, Charity of the Gods in a bottle that teleports you to VC. That would be just all kinds of delightful. Jade of the Wild Woods teleports you to Arcadia. So I can see a lot of these potions being used when fishing, trying to get around to these ports quicker. So yeah, and as predicted, Alchemy Daily random quests, achievements. So motion sickness, consume unlimited power, consume a buff potion. All right, so there's gonna be a whole ton to the alchemy, which is gonna be nice. We'll see how that plays out in the balance with everything else. There we go. This is what I was thinking that the shards was the lava Vulcanite unlocking. Players can summon Vulcanites that don't have the same or lower level than their avatar level. To do this, players are going to have the appropriate NFT for the quadrant, and it's just going to cost lava to summon them. So this is going to be very cool. You're going to be able to spring out some lava and hire out your Callisto or something like that if you want to get it into action sooner than you'd see it having to wait to level 5. So I'm pretty pumped for that. I wanted to see Callisto, Nemean, and Copus. I think we saw Nemean in game briefly back in the alpha days, but I've been waiting to see a Copus in game for a while. Very excited about that change to it, and so there was a ton to go over here between the alchemy, the fishing, and everything being added. It's unsure of what order all this is going to be added in. Obviously, it's going to take time to deal with and get it all implemented, but it seems we're on track to like an actual very exciting experience when living in VulcanVerse beyond just kind of forging your life away slowly. So that kind of pretty much wraps up the roadmap here, and yeah, if you want to go check out Yap's Medium on it, or actually I shouldn't say it's Yap's, I just assume it is, but it's on the Vulcan Forged Medium page, and you can head over there and check it all out.
Elysium, what is it? Well, it's a blockchain, and it's going to power the entire Vulcan Forged ecosystem as soon as it's up and running. It's going to replace the need for any other blockchain. Everything is going to be housed and managed on the Elysium network, and it's going to give Vulcan Forged a lot more control to be able to make things better, faster, and more reliable. So why are we talking about Elysium? Well, recently there was a node snapshot, nodes coming to Elysium for anybody who has PYR that wants to be a node participant. They can just simply hold PYR on their wallet, and it will be used as a node. There's requirements listed on the Vulcan Forged website, but you can take your PYR and set up a node depending on how much PYR you put into it. There's some other requirements too. But that's the first level of nodes. You can also have a node that's hardware node, like a Chronos node, I believe. And it is, I want to say like 50,000 PYR is one of the requirements. You have to have hardware to actually participate with that node. It's a little higher level. And you know, depending on what you're putting up, the rewards could be, you know, greater or less depending on which one you're in. But the node migrate, or the nodes, are the snapshot just happened recently. That was taken on July 1st at 4 p.m. GMT, I think. Like 431 nodes qualified, and soon, if you were one of those nodes, you will be having an NFT dropped in your wallet soon. As soon as they get around to it, which from what I read is very soon. So Elysium, why is this so great? We already have 20 plus partners that are already signed up and waiting at the door for Elysium to open. Development is being done in the background right now to test on that blockchain, and we are getting really ramped up for it to go live very soon. And actually, right around the corner is the NFT migration date. That's going to be on July 7th, I believe. That is going to be where the NFTs that we are currently using in VulcanVerse and all over the place, you know, everything in MyForge, will end up getting migrated over to the new Elysium network, and we're going to try to get off of the VET network. or VeChain network rather, and it's going to be great. Where it's just everything's going to be in one place rather than scattered across all these different networks. So the Elysium network, you have the Ethereum ERC20 token. The ERC20 token is kind of like used for coins, you know, your ETH or your just basically all the different altcoins, I guess, that would be backed on the Ethereum network. It's ERC20 tokens. Then you have that the equivalent on the Elysium network is going to be ELS20 tokens, so or coins, whatever. That is going to be their protocol, their version. Also on the Elysium network, you have a protocol for NFTs. On the Ethereum network, I think it's ERC722, and the Ethereum network is going to be using ELS721. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's one of those, 722, 721, something like that. But anyway, you're going to have the equivalent, and everything's going to be done on the Elysium network. So with the snapshot that's just happened recently, yesterday, I believe it was, and all the people that qualified for that, that's getting us that much closer for the Elysium network to be ready to go and to have transactions verified. So stay tuned. The Elysium network's big, it's getting bigger, it's growing, and it's going to be robust.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so for our last topic of today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Berserk Season 2, which is just right around the corner. This is something I am extremely excited about, as I was a heavy participant in Berserk Season 1. And Season 1, it was 3 weeks long, and that was without a doubt one of the most fun stretches of gaming of 3 weeks I've ever had in my entire life. There was huge prize pools up for grabs. It was super competitive. Um, very very buggy at the time. Things have improved significantly since back then, but nonetheless, it was still a blast. This was before we had the three different leagues of the starter league now, which is up to a level 1 Vulcanites and only common cards, and we have a mythic league which is a level 3 Vulcanite and up to mythic cards, and now we have the legendary league, which is just any Vulcanites, any cards, epics, legendaries can be used. So we have those kind of classifying leagues now, whereas back in Season 1, it was just, everyone was in one league getting matched up against each other. Things sorted themselves out with MMR over time, but, things were it was a very different game back then. Things have progressed a lot, in the span of time since Season 1 ended. And, I just want to give a huge shout out to, Dude MK, Daydevil, Toby, knowing that those guys are leading the project and going to be steering things moving forward gives me so much faith for the long-term potential of this game. And so there's actually a preseason beta tournament going on right now for Season 2. So Season 2 was initially set for July 4th. It has since been pushed back about a week, and is launching now on July 9th. So we have more time to get in there and get some preseason action and get some practice in for the launch of Season 2. And there's actually some nice prize pools for the various leagues leading up to Season 2, which is going to boast even more significant prize pools, I'm sure, for each of the leagues. But we can go ahead and take a look here. For the starter league, first place, we'll just look at the first place prize, as you can see the rest of them on screen here. You can see here you get 2x common cards, 1,000 lava, 1,000 XP, and 1 month of Vulcan's Vault TBD. Is going to be interesting to see what that entails. For the Mythic League, you get 1 NFT emote pack, 1 Mythic card, 1 rare card, 2,000 lava, and 5,000 XP. The Legendary League, you'll be receiving 1 Legendary card, 1 NFT emote pack, 200 PYR, 2,000 lava, and 5,000 XP. And then each tier down will be, slightly reduced prizes, of course, for depending on what place you finish in your respective league there. But it's really cool that they're doing this just to, get some people in the door for for the preseason. Incentivize some participation, as they have to test the servers, make sure things are running smoothly in anticipation of season 2, which is going to be an absolute freaking blast. So I cannot wait for that. There's also been a little bit of speculation. We've heard from Dude recently that there may be, this is not confirmed, but there may be some kind of XP and lava boost coming with the launch of season 2. So expect those lobbies to be full, fast queue times, with those additional incentives. The game is already fun enough, but with those additional incentives added on, I mean, things are going to be busy in the world of Berserk here, I'm sure, coming up. So what we're going to do here with this segment, for those of you who may not be as familiar with Berserk, maybe you haven't given it a try yet, you're more so, a VulcanVerse fan, you don't have much experience with CCGs, we're going to walk through the Berserk website, because this website is absolutely beautiful, as you can see right here. So you will start here at berserk.vulcanforged.com, and you're going to venture up here to the About section. You will see how to play, and the main resource for learning the game and all the intricacies of it is actually going to be this game guide expansive down here, which we're going to check out in a second. But we're going to start here on the how to play section, and we are greeted here with Berserk, the blockchain card game, and we have Charon, Medusa, looks like Zeus, and some other Vulcan characters seated at a table playing some Berserk. This is an incredible graphic right here. Whoever's responsible for putting this together, this is so cool. And you'll see here a turn-based CCG set in the Vulcan universe. I'm not going to read through all this, but I definitely recommend you, if you think you're interested in the game, to check out this website for yourself, because it is seriously world class. With the design information on here. Duel for the ages with each turn you play. So you can customize your deck. If you are coming in with zero prior investment, you have a full set of neutral cards to craft your deck from. Your deck is made with 30 cards in total. So you will customize a deck to your liking. You can go into the deck builder and you can see what types of cards you think are strong, want to interact with your deck. Some kind of can combo together better than others. There's a mulligan round, which at the start of each game you'll be shown 5 cards. You can then select however many of those you want to remove and be dealt a random new card in replacement of, or you can just not select ones that you want to keep in your hand to start the game with. Unleash your forces, so you get lava to spend each turn, and you progressively get more lava each turn as the game progresses. And defeat your rival's hero. Of course, the objective of any CCG is to defeat the person you are in a match with. Witness the age of the Vulcanites as they gather new spells, shed the earth from their limbs, and create masterful decks. So the 2 cards here, as you can see, there are creature cards and spell cards, and you make a combination of the 2 to craft as strong of a deck as you possibly can. And here are some of the creatures cards here. So the blue ones are neutral cards, not NFT cards, the ones with the blue backgrounds like this. And then the gray is for the Mountains of Braze. This is an NFT card. Red Underworld of Hades, another neutral one here. This is a notice card, and let's find an Arcadia one. Here's Snares of the Fae. So each quadrant has their own sets of NFT cards, and then there's also these set of neutral cards that everyone has access to. You do not need to buy on the marketplace. If you do want to purchase any NFT cards, those can be found where all Vulcan Forged NFTs can be found on the Vulcan Forged marketplace. So we'll jump in now here to the game guide, and again, I'm not going to read through all of this. If you want the information in full, I highly recommend you check this out for yourself. But this is a game guide here, so it talks to you about the game objective, which is of course to defeat your opponent. And here we have the card types, which you just looked at on the last page. There are creatures and there are spells, and there's a whole fleet of abilities here. So we can see this card has lifesteal. Whenever this card deals damage, it will restore the exact same amount of health. And then there's also spell cards as well. So this card in particular gives a card +2/+2. And actually, in game right now, this particular card gives a +1/+1, and I believe is a 2 lava cost. A 1 cost that gave +2/+2 would be quite strong with the way the game plays currently. And I also think Storm of Strix has different stats now as well. But nonetheless, the the core principles here of these cards representing creatures and spells, remains true regardless. So lava crystals, these are the resources you spend each turn. So if you go first on turn 1, you have 1 lava to spend. If you go second on turn 1, you have 2 lava to spend. And each turn after that, you get progressively more. Unless if you're player 2, then you have 2 lava on turns 1 and 2 as well, just to keep things balanced, so you're not always progressively ahead in lava from your opponent. But yeah, then each turn, so it's turn 1, you'll have, if you're the first player, you'll have 1 lava. Turn 2, you'll have 2 lava. Turn 3, you'll have 3, and vice versa, up to a cap of 10. And then here is a graphic on the mulligan, so you'll be shown 5 cards. Select, and this is from the deck that you customize yourself before starting a match. You select the ones you want to keep, or sorry, you don't select. If you want to keep it, you don't select it. The ones you want to replace and get dealt a new random one from your deck, you will select it and it will get replaced for you. Here it explains the combat system. So this covers the board, middle of the board, which is the battlefield. Bottom is where you display your Vulcanites and cards. So one, I guess, important thing to mention is that NFT Vulcanites in the Vulcan ecosystem can actually be used as heroes in Berserk. So they come with hero powers, whereas the free to play Vulcanites do not have hero powers. So if you do an NFT Vulcanite, you can leverage that in Berserk to help you win matches and earn more lava and more XP. Is of course fantastic. And then you work your way here, of course, down. This is showing how you attack your enemy to the victory screen, which is what you always want to see when you're playing a game of Berserk. All right, so that's a little bit of an overview of Berserk and the beautiful website there at berserk.vulcanforged.com. So if you are thinking about getting started for the first time for Season 2, which I highly recommend, definitely check out that website and read through things in a bit more detail. Download the game client, get in there and try out some games. I can't stress enough, the best way to learn is to actually get in there and just play and get the experience. One little tip of advice, though, is to remember when you do download the game for the first time, don't just jump right into a match. You want to stop at the deck builder first, look at all the cards that you have available to you, and sort of craft your deck to your liking. Then jump in a game, try things out. You may find that there are some cards that you don't like or don't really use as much as you think you would with some others. So you'll swap them out over time as you get more experience and kind of learn how things work a little better. But yeah, I am incredibly excited for Season 2 here. This has been a long time coming. I know a lot of other community members are excited for this as well. There's going to be some great prize up for grabs, going to be some great competition, so it will be a blast. I want to give a huge shout out once again to Dude MK, Daredevil, Toby, the developers of Berserk. The game seriously has come such a long way from where it was, and there's so much to look forward to down the road for Berserk as well. The whole new card sets for Season 3 and future seasons beyond. NFT card rentals are going to be coming at some point as well, so there's a ton to look forward to for Berserk. Some great guys are leading the charge here for this game, this project, so excited to see how things develop. Incredibly excited for Season 2. Yeah, going to be a blast. I hope to see a lot of you guys at the table. This concludes episode 45 of By the Fire. On behalf of our entire team, we would like to thank you for checking out this video, and we'd like to give a big thank you to Itsmass for joining us today, giving us that fantastic rundown of the lava burn visualizer that he and his team at Lab 49 have put together. We hope you guys enjoyed this content just as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Expect higher quality, newer type of styles for these episodes in the future. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.